This is Funwreckers, a multiplayer game I've been working on for the past couple weeks. It's about showing your true side and betraying your friends. But before I reveal all the juicy things, let's back it up a little. There are some multiplayer games that are just on a different level, and somehow they just draw in millions of players. But what do they all have in common? What's the secret sounds? Is it that they all use the Unity game engine? Maybe it's the cute characters. Fall Guys, cute. Among Us, super cute. Crab Game, adorable. Whatever it is, I'm going to try to figure it out. But at this point, all I can say is welcome to my devlog series about making one of the multiplayer games of all time. The first thing I did was come up with the way the characters look. How do all these games come up with such cute characters? Okay. On this inquisitive journey, I noticed some patterns. Short legs, rounded bodies, big eyes. So I went off and tried my hand at it, and what is that thing? Let's just pretend like that thing doesn't exist, and let's try again.
A few moments later.
Ah, yes. Much less nightmarish. I noticed that I had accidentally made a character with a Fall Guy's body, some Among Us legs, and Baymax arms and face. And although that wasn't my intention while making it, I found it interesting that it was kind of a culmination of a bunch of things I liked. And if anything, it's definitely much cuter than Nightmarish Man.
And that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Next, it was time to make a little run animation that fit the style of the character. Now, I'm no pro animator, but recently I spent a week learning the fundamentals, and I'd say it paid off a ton. This is what I came up with. I don't know if this animation is amazing or anything, but I think it's fitting for the character and way better than what I used to make. So now we have the character. It was time to do some programming so we could start playing with some friends.
What friends? What friends?
I quickly got some networked movement and animations working, and I also implemented some basic multiplayer things, like making sure every player is a different color when they connect, or showing players' usernames above their head. Things that just have to get done. And once I had some of those implemented, I decided to test the game out with some of my friends, Mr. Beast and Dream. Trust me, it's really them. Look at us, just Mr. Beast and I, guys being dudes, you know? Anyways, we had a great time, and I decided next up to start getting into some gameplay.
But wait!
I haven't even told you what the game is about yet. My game is about social deception. One player gets picked as a bad guy and has to get rid of all the other players without getting caught. Everyone else has to try to figure out who the bad guy is. Now, you may be thinking, isn't that just Among Us or Town of Salem? And my answer to that is kind of. The core concept is similar, but there's a couple key differences. One, my game is a 3D first-person game, which opens up a bunch of new and interesting dynamics. Two, the theme is completely different. Totally different environment, characters, and aesthetic. And three, which is kind of my favorite, is that all the tasks are more like mini games. The goal for each one is to look intriguing and be a fun, memorable experience. So what I'm trying to say is I'd like to make a unique game and enhance the genre. I've already built a couple mini games that I'd like to share with you, each one with its own story of how it was developed. And I look forward to telling you about them in the next devlog. Have a nice day. See you soon.